You're 17, and you fall in love with someone who doesn't exist. Not in a metaphorical way, not in a people ignore her way, in a real, undeniable, impossible way. Because no one else can see her. Not your friends, not your teachers, not even the people sitting right next to you. And the strangest part? At the beginning, you don't even notice anything is wrong. She laughs at your jokes. She sits beside you every day. Truth is, she was never supposed to be there at all. Level 1, the first meeting. Your first day at your new school feels strangely quiet, not because it actually is, but because you feel disconnected from everything around you. New buildings, new faces, new routines, but the same feeling follows you, that sense that you don't quite belong anywhere. You arrive a little late to class. The door slides open with a soft sound. Every seat is taken, except one, back corner, near the window. You don't think much of it at first, until you notice her. She's already sitting there, looking directly at you, not surprised, not curious, not even interested, just waiting, like she knew this exact moment would happen. You hesitate, just for a second, then you walk over and sit down. The air near her feels different, not cold enough to notice immediately, but enough to feel out of place. "My name is Ira," she says softly. Her voice isn't loud, but it doesn't get lost in the room either. It feels like it reaches you directly, like it doesn't need distance to travel. You introduce yourself. She nods slightly. Then she smiles. And something about that smile tightens your chest, not in a painful way, in a familiar way, like you've seen it before, like it belongs to a memory you can't quite reach. Level 2. Something isn't right. At first, it's easy to ignore. Small things, subtle details, things you tell yourself don't matter. But they add up. The teacher begins attendance. Name after name echoes through the room. Students respond casually, some loudly, some quietly. But when the teacher reaches your row, he skips her. Not accidentally, not hesitantly, completely, like her name was never on the list. You glance at her. She doesn't react. She doesn't look confused. She doesn't even look annoyed. She just sits there, like this is normal. Later, during class, you try something simple. You raise your hand. "Can I sit here?" you ask, pointing toward her desk. The teacher looks at you with mild confusion. That seat is empty. The words feel heavier than they should. You slowly turn your head. She's still there, looking at you, smiling faintly. And now, you feel it, that quiet shift in reality, like something just stopped making sense. Level 3. The pattern forms. You stop ignoring it. You start watching, carefully, intentionally, every moment, every detail. You notice things you shouldn't notice. No one ever bumps into her. No one ever brushes past her desk. No one ever acknowledges her presence, not even by accident. It's not avoidance. It's not social isolation. It's something else. It's absence. Like she exists outside of the rules everyone else follows. But with you, she's completely normal. She talks to you like anyone would. She laughs at your jokes. She asks you questions, but not normal questions, not surface-level ones. She asks things like, "Do you ever feel like you're remembering something that hasn't happened yet?" You freeze, because that's not a question people usually ask, and it's not one you can answer easily. "What do you mean?" you ask. She looks at you for a moment. Then she smiles. "You'll understand later." And somehow, that answer stays with you longer than anything else. Level 4. The test. You need confirmation, something solid, something real. So you try something simple. At lunch, you sit with your friends. She sits beside you, close enough that you can feel her presence. You take a breath. "Hey, pass her the water," you say casually. Your friend frowns. "Who?" You point directly at her. "There." There's a pause. Longer this time. Uncomfortable. Your friend looks at you strangely. "Bro, there's no one there." The world feels like it shifts slightly. Not visually, but internally. Because in that moment, you realize something you can't ignore anymore. She's not being overlooked. She's not being ignored. She's not there. At least, not in the way everyone else exists. You slowly turn toward her. She's looking at you. Not surprised, not shocked, just quiet. Like she's been waiting for you to figure it out. Level 5. The search for truth. That night, you can't sleep. Your mind replays everything. Every moment, every word. Her voice, her smile, the way she looks at you. Like she knows something you don't. So you search. You go deeper than you normally would. Old school records, archived files, yearbooks from years ago. At first, nothing appears. It's like she never existed. Then, you find it. A photo. Old, slightly faded, but unmistakable. It's her. Exactly the same. Same eyes, same expression, same quiet presence. The article beneath it is short. Too short. Student found dead on school grounds. Cause unknown. Your breathing slows. Your hands tighten. Because the name matches. Ira. Level 6. The truth you can't escape. The next day feels different. Not visually. Everything looks the same. Same classroom, same students, same routine. But you don't feel the same. Because now, you know something you weren't supposed to know. You walk into class slower than usual. Your eyes go straight to the back corner. She's there. Of course she is. Sitting exactly the same way, like nothing has changed. But everything has. You sit down beside her. There's no small talk this time. No casual conversation. Just silence. Heavy, uncomfortable silence. "I know," you say, finally. Your voice is quiet, almost fragile. She doesn't turn immediately. She doesn't act surprised. She doesn't even ask what you mean, because she already knows. A few seconds pass. Then she looks at you, and for the first time, you see something different in her eyes. Not calm, not distant. Something softer. Something tired. "I didn't think you'd stay," she says. The words hit deeper than expected. "What does that mean?" you ask. She looks away toward the window. The outside world moves normally. Students walking, wind blowing, life continuing. "I thought once you knew, you'd stop coming near me." There's no accusation in her voice. No sadness. Just acceptance. Like she's used to people leaving. Your chest tightens. "I'm not leaving," you say. You don't even think about it. It just comes out. She looks at you again. This time, she doesn't smile. "Why can you see me?" you ask. That's the question that's been building inside you, the one you've been avoiding. She stays silent for a moment, long enough to make you think she won't answer. Then, "Because you were there." Your heart skips. "What do you mean, there?" She doesn't explain immediately. She just looks at you, like she's waiting for you to remember on your own. Level 7. The memory returns. It doesn't hit you all at once. It starts as a feeling, a strange, uncomfortable familiarity, like a memory trying to surface but not fully forming. You try to ignore it, but it doesn't go away. It grows, piece by piece. A sound, rain hitting the ground, a streetlight flickering, a quiet road you've walked before. Then, a figure, standing alone, near the school gate. You were younger, maybe a few years ago, walking home late. You remember slowing down, just for a moment. You saw her. You didn't know it was her then, just someone standing in the rain, still, silent. Something about it felt wrong. You remember thinking, someone should help, but not you. You kept walking. You didn't stop. You didn't ask. You didn't turn back. Your chest tightens painfully, because now you understand. That moment was the moment. You weren't just there. You were the last person who could have done something, and you didn't. You look at her. Your voice feels heavy. It was you. She nods slightly. No anger, no blame, just quiet acknowledgement. I waited for a long time, she says softly. The words cut deeper than anything else. Level 8. The connection grows. After that, everything changes. You don't see her as something mysterious anymore. You see her as someone who was left behind. And now you stay. Not because you're curious, not because you're confused, but because you care. You start spending more time with her, longer conversations after class, quiet moments where neither of you speaks, but it still feels full. She starts laughing more, not loudly, but genuinely, like she forgot how to, and now she's remembering. You notice small things, the way she tilts her head when she's thinking, the way her eyes soften when she looks at you, the way she pauses before speaking, like choosing her words carefully. But something isn't right. At first, it's subtle. You almost don't notice it. Her outline flickers sometimes, like a glitch, like she's not fully stable. Then her voice starts fading occasionally, words cutting out mid-sentence, coming back a second later, like a signal breaking. You pretend not to notice, because if you acknowledge it, it becomes real. One day she says it, quietly. I don't think I have much time left. Your heart drops instantly. What do you mean? You ask. She doesn't answer directly. She just looks at you, and for the first time, you see fear in her eyes. Level 9. The goodbye. You feel it before it happens. Something in the air changes. The world feels quieter, slower, like everything is holding its breath. You don't go to class. You already know where she'll be. The rooftop. You find her standing near the edge, looking at the sky. The wind moves gently around her, but it doesn't touch her the same way. I knew you'd come, she says softly. You walk closer, faster than usual, like you're running out of time. There has to be a way to fix this, you say. Your voice is desperate now, not controlled anymore. She turns to you and smiles. That same smile from the first day, but now you understand it. There was, she says, a pause. You came back. Your chest feels heavy, your throat tight. I'm sorry, you say. The words finally come out. I should have helped you. I should have. She shakes her head gently. No. Her voice is soft, but firm. You stayed this time. That's all she needed. She steps closer, closer than ever before, and then something changes. For the first time, you feel her. Her hand touches yours, warm, real, not cold, not distant, alive. Your breath catches. Thank you for seeing me, she whispers. Her voice starts to fade. Her form begins to blur. Not suddenly, not violently, slowly, gently, like she's being released. You try to hold on, but you can't, because she's not slipping away. She's letting go. And then, she's gone.
Level 10, the memory that stays. Life doesn't stop. It never does. The next day, you go back to class. Same room, same students, same routine. Her seat is empty, completely, like it was never there. The teacher takes attendance. Same names, same voices. Nothing missing, nothing different. Except for you. You sit down in your seat, and for a moment, you look to your side, instinctively, expecting her to be there. But she isn't. And this time, you understand why. Days pass, then weeks. Everything goes back to normal, at least on the surface. But sometimes, in quiet moments, you feel something. Not her presence, not her voice, her peace. A calm feeling, like something unfinished finally ended. You didn't save her. You didn't change the past, but you did something that mattered. You remembered her. And maybe that's what she needed all along. Not every love story is meant to last. Some are meant to find you, just long enough to change you forever. If you could see someone no one else can, would you hold on or let them go?